Hey fam, how y'all doing? My name is Franklin and welcome to Orgaysis. Today we're playing Minotaur Hotel and this is after the ledger, right? We're after the ledger. What we doing now, Asterion? What we doing? I appreciate that a lot, but we can leave that for later if it's complicated. I have more I'd like to discuss with you. Very well. What is it Master wishes to know? Oh, this is the second question. Okay, I say we come back to the second question. Or third, whichever question we on. What will you ask Asterion? What other mythical creatures are there? I'm still, ooh, I'm still a bit shaken up after learning Greek gods are real, or were. Do they stop existing when you stop believing in them? Is that how that works in this universe? There are a lot of implications to that, you know. For example, I can assume there's an afterlife then. Perhaps. And it might be like, okay, sorry. He had no facial expression. His face did not change when he said that. I'm like, okay, sir. I was sent to an afterlife after my death. It was called Hades. Go ahead. Go ahead. That's where the party at. We don't want to be up there with Zeus. We want to be down in the trenches with Hades, okay? I'm just saying. But that was back then, thousands of years ago. I know not what happened to the gods, or if their realm persists to this day. Neither do I know if other afterlife realms exist in the first place, although I do believe that is the case. I am aware, however, that the worship of the Olympians has long gone out of favor, because they be petty. If Master would entertain my curiosity, is it still so? We have Marvel. We got Disney Plus. I think it's more we see it as mythos and we fantasize about it, but it's not like people still out here worshiping them, I guess. No one worships them, no. It's a dead religion, that's for sure. Most you'll find is people studying it during history classes, and some places do use the gods as symbols. That's about it. I see. Then in this regard, nothing changed since I was locked away. I feel like it was locked away like in a... I'm trying to pick a time that won't make people feel old. Never mind, I'll keep my mouth shut about it. There's something I want to know, however. You told me about the gods and other mythical beings. I want to know more about that, if you don't mind. Ah, see, yes. That is a question masters of previous times struggled with as well. Despite my thousands of years, I must admit I do not possess complete knowledge about the variety of mythical beings that exist. I know only of those that passed by this hotel and of what they were kind enough to share with me. Go ahead, connections, networking. They used a charm to pass unnoticed as humans. Go ahead. It wasn't always like that. That custom began only a handful of centuries ago because humans be wildin'. Colonizers. When I was a child, there was no such thing. You was just out. You was just out in plain view. That's how it was. There was nothing to hide. There's nothing to hide from. There was no one to hide from. But there was still wildin' back then though. So it was just like, if you wanted to scrap, you scrapped, you know. When I was a child there was no such thing. My true form was plain for everyone to see. And Father Minos made sure I was seen. Regardless, their charms never worked in this realm. I do not know why, but it was always a constant. Okay. It was quite peculiar back then. Human and supernatural guests mingled together. It is always jarring at first, but after a while it becomes special. Humans are eager to learn about the unknown, and mythical beings yearn to live without a disguise. Now back to the 20th. Now back to the 20th century. Okay. History lesson. Okay. They had taken to using a. What was the word again? It was a booklet they carried around. A passport? A passport? Yes, a passport. They would have it enchanted and would keep it close always. It was inconspicuous. Inconspicuous? Is that how you pronounce that? Inconspicuous. Sure. That's spicious. I don't know. But they keep multiple charms with them, jewelry oftentimes, in case they were separated from their documents. Did they make fake passports then? How was that? No, it's probably a government thing. I doubt it was a fake passport. Oh, I don't think so. Like, it was like legit. The government got mythicals and they was like, you know what, let's make this for the public too, because humans be wildin'. I'm gonna blame humans. I'm gonna stay blaming humans until I see something otherwise. Oh, I don't think so. I'm sorry that I know not much about it, but I had the impression these booklets were issued by governments. I forgot to start the time again. I'm sorry. I'm all up in this story. As in, the governments made the enchanted passports. I'm gonna give it 7 minutes again. Even it goes over time. A few times, I was told they had to be registered. It was quite common for mythical beings, even the staff, to be required to report back to their countries for bureaucratic affairs. Understandable. Or for warfare. Master John Marie was not the only man we lost to the Great Wars. I didn't expect there to be bureaucracy around mythical beings. I mean, they're people, so indeed, it is a tad peculiar. I mean, they're people, so. But I was stressed that all of this I learned. It makes sense because, I'm sorry, tangent. It makes sense because you gotta put the people in places of power. So in the event that you are out at, like, honey, look where you are. look who's running this ish. You know what I mean? Anyway, indeed, it is a tad peculiar. But I would stress that all of this I learned from previous guests. I never saw it for myself, so take it with a grain of salt, okay? Before I forget, I found these inside a safe near the reception. You give Asterion the bundles of passports. Are these the enchanted passports? They don't seem anything out of the ordinary. I pronounce ordinary with a whole E. I'm like, ooh, okay. The Minotaur looks over each of the passports. His brow furrows, and for a second, it and his lower lip quivers. Okay. Oh, it might be his friends. Ooh, I didn't think of that. Yes, this is it. I recognize the names. These are the passports. They hated these things. These were their shackles. Which is why they were so eager to stay and work here, in a place where they did not have to hide their true forms. It's not only about their shape either. There is something else these passports did. It made them easy to forget and go unnoticed. How do you get jobs? How do you find each other? Do you have safe spaces? I don't know. Again, I never witnessed it for myself, but often I was told it was terribly difficult to make friends, establish relationships too, when your loved ones are prone to forgetting you ever existed. Oh my god. That's a... How y'all still here? How are y'all still here? Date 1, the passport has to go. The passport has to go. That sounds rough, buddy. That sounds rough to say the least. Theirs must be a lonely existence. Their existence supposed to be lonely? I don't think it's theirs. I don't know. Grammar, I'm not sure. Asterion sinks in thought as he flips over the passport pages. He did not seem to hear you. Did I stutter? I'm kidding, sweetie. I promise. It was just a joke. I'm sorry. When he closes the last one, his gaze returns to you with a somber look. That is more somber than before. Yes, because those are his peoples. That's his friends. Does Master have more questions? Can you stop calling me Master? Like, that's a question. I think that's all I had in mind for now. This is a lot to take in. That gods and mythical creatures exist for starters. And that this place can just create matter out of thin air. I was like, you clothe me? You feed me? I must be God. Like, I remember that one. Yeah. And that just basically there's nothing there. Click. Thanks for telling me all of that. I'll just need some time to process it all. It is a pleasure. Like, Jesus. It is a pleasure to serve. Could I provide Master with a drink? Would that please you? I mean, what we drinking? He looks behind you to the wall covered by dozens of bottles of liquor. I'd prefer like a smoothie. I'll take a glass of milk. I'll take a glass of water. I'm not, as long as it tastes good. If the liquor tastes good, I don't mind it. But the fact that some of them burn and taste nasty, I'm just like, hold up, no thank you. It's a social thing. I'm just like, and it could socially taste good too. Why not do that? Give me the good shit. Don't give me that swell. Nuh-uh. Well, I don't think those are safe. I checked a few of them. They weren't smelling right. Oh, that would not be an issue. I can muster more for Master. Maybe just wine. I don't know how liquor works. I don't know how alcohol works or how it ages. Very well, go on. That was dismissive of me to say. I'm sorry to say it like that, but I said it how I said it. We won't keep it moving. The Minotaur walks behind the counter. The world blinks around you, and when you look again, he holds a bottle of whiskey. He walks with a spring in his step, but stops once he sees the purple stain on the floor. Whatever smidgen of chirpiness on his face is gone. He lowers himself to the floor and runs a hand over the dried out wine. I guess it's the healing potion wine. He tries to scrape the dust off the ground, then rubbing his hand on it to no avail. What's on your mind? The Minotaur speaks without looking up to you. You went all the way, the previous master. Locking me away wasn't enough. He had to kick out all the guests and go as far as breaking the bottles. He knew the wine could heal me. That is so petty. That is so petty. And that is time. I'm sorry. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, my name is Franklin. This has been Orgaysis. If you enjoyed this video, you can let me know by liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications so I know when I upload the minute that I do. So you'll know when I upload the minute that I do. If you enjoy this game, want to play it for yourself, the links to their pages will be down in the description and the comment section. Next time I'm gonna get something to drink, I guess. But I'm upset. I'm upset.